So, if I'm not mistaken, some of these do or don't appear based on things that happen throughout the course of the game. There are variables based on the way you act.
Yep.
It's not like a moral choice system as such. It's not that binary. It's just if you fail to do certain things, there it is.
I'd love to see the PDA about the time that Jake just obliterated fucking everybody in the shower room.
I think there actually might be one as well.
Dear Log, today was fucking terrifying.
I like to imagine that was written...
Dear Log, Jake is fucking beast. Send help.
I like to imagine that's the guy that Tyrone told to take a break as well.
And he never took a break again after that. It was like, last time I took a break.
It makes you wonder, just how long Jake's been in there. It's like he gets in a fight and then wakes up and now suddenly everybody is a fucking monster.
That's kind of like the thing about zombie media. They always skip over that kind of intermediate phase where everyone is becoming...
I think the Walking Dead comic, their original, touches upon that. But,
I've only seen the video game and the TV show, which kind of, don't open, whatever the fuck it is, don't dead open inside or something, and then zombies.
Honestly, what I'd like to see is the show do a time lapse from when everything was a good civilization to zombies everywhere.
Oh no, wait!
Yeah, that'd be.
We got to gush about Last of Us again because Last of Us does the everything going to shit phase. And it does it super good. It's I'd say it does it well. There's you see the initial panic, you see, it does kind of begin in the aftermath, but it's kind of still kind of the beginning-ish.
Also, on the last part, we ended off, starting on the high security block, but I actually went with the normal route mainly because it's a lot more quicker.
I could go on a whole non sequitur rant about how overrated The Last of Us is, just like we did with BioShock Infinite, but it's not what this is about.
Yeah, let's keep the thing. But basically, Jake is pretty. Yeah, especially that's another thing. How long's he been out? The corpses have had time to rot, running or not.
Well, no, wait. It says in one of the logs that they rot at an accelerated rate.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
So, would these guys classify as zombies, or is it kind of mutated virus? What semantics are they going
They're
with?
the quote-unquote infected, because you can't say zombie anymore. That's a taboo.
No, you can say zombie, but only if they shamble. And act, and I don't know. It's become a bit of a minefield with zombie fans about that.
Yeah.
I personally still just call them zombies.
Yeah, I don't really think that most people even give a shit.
Yeah, most people just don't give a fuck. They're zombies. You can call them zombies in regular company. Everyone gets what you mean.
Have
28
you
days
guys
later,
heard
or
of that
Romero.
new game that's coming out called The Forest?
No.
See, there's a huge debate on whether or not the local wildlife of cannibals or zombies there, because they act like normal people and all that stuff, but they also jump like superhumans and attack the main character. Seriously.
I had a really elitist moment in film class the other week when someone called I Am Legend zombie media, and I was like, no, it's vampire media, but I kept my mouth shut and I've been regretting it ever since.
Finally, someone who agrees with me. Yeah, those guys are like vampires, weren't they?
They were, especially in the original books, they were even more vampire-y.
Yeah.
In the original book, rather.
I thought nobody else noticed that.
I haven't actually read the books. What are the original names of the books?
It's still I Am Legend, I believe.
Oh.
And the ending, and the original ending is much, much better than the shit they used in the movie.
Notice how the portrait of the warden's daughter is either somewhere else or missing.
I know where it was. It was where we picked up the keys in the medical area.
Oh yeah, right.
So, some random elements in this game are just down to chance. Does that actually affect the way things play out, or is it just kind of fluff that, you know, you can take or leave?
The latter, I think.
Okay, I actually prefer if it's fluff. If, like, the things you can do were entirely down to random chance, then it could get kind of eh.
Also, this vent has no purpose whatsoever.
Maybe you could hide from the infected from inside there.
They would ignore the vent because they too know it has no purpose. They're tapped into Hammer, you see.
I remember reading some forum posts on how they made the maps. But essentially, like the areas you go into are all just one map with a shitload of like nodes and like stuff that tells the game what to do.
Huh.
Didn't you also find that art gallery of the photos they based the maps on of real prisons and such?
Oh yeah, you can definitely see the similarities between them. I think I might actually crop in an image of what that looked like.
It's kind of really, you know, it's something that quite a lot of people do. Basically, if they're working in artistic medium, like there's fucking directors of photography who have whole libraries of picture books. Like, hey, we're working on a film based in the 1940s. Okay, I've got like 1 million picture books of pictures from the 1940s. Let me reference and shit.
Also, if you didn't notice, I was trying to kill that zombie with the door, but he just kind of got moved out of the way.
Does it do the, does it gib them extremely because it can't figure out where to put ragdolls, or does it just kind of knock them dead?
Just kind of knocks them
dead, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, that PDA you saw like a few seconds ago, that was the PDA of the guard that was talking about Jake locking those two inside the cell. But unfortunately, we can't read them.
Jake locking those two inside the cell?
Yeah, remember the two guards?
Oh, shit. Oh, right. Okay. I thought you were talking about the prison scene. Like, oh, well, how did Jake lock himself in with some crazy dude with a knife?
I was talking about more of like the bit where you lock the guards in.
It's actually a thing, because I cannot recall off the top of my head. They've blocked off saving in the pause menu, haven't they?
I think that's more of an S-mod thing than an Underhell thing.
Okay, I was just wondering because you have those stationary save points in the form of notepads, which actually have nice little animations to them, if I'm remembering right.
I think it's just a animated VTF file.
I know. It's still a nice little touch.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing that it isn't a nice touch. I'm just saying, like, you know, explaining how it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an animated VTF file as well. I was actually wondering about that myself.
Well, anyways, have you found my cards yet? I haven't forgot about that.
Hello there, you're holding an invisible submachine gun.
You found 5 cards!
He's just used to having one. I guess.
Also, the thing about like talking to the hermit right here, you can actually talk to him in a different location. He'll still give you the wrench. Like if you go to the original location, he'll be there.
Some guy called Shepard dropped it for us.
Was it a hammer?
Never heard of him.
Or a screwdriver? What you gonna do with it anyway? I mean, what do you need pliers for? Huh. No sense of humor. You got no sense of humor. All right. Here's what I promised you.
Dude, I have a fucking pipe in my hand.
Oh.
You do not want to piss me off.
I have a pipe, and I have extraordinarily good skill with it.
Enough to break people's skulls to the point where it just cuts them off, like to where there's only a jaw.
Try put this one, Dad. And then I'll take this one out. Remember, put it back in and... Now wait. I can't do that shit.
So that unlocks shortcuts and some such for you alongside Laura, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, never mind him then.
Yeah, let's just leave him to his own devices. He's called the Hermit for a reason.
Seriously, though, there needs to be more characters like the Hermit in video games. Just the guys who are consistently bro tier and, like, just save the main character. That makes them genuinely likable, not like characters like Elizabeth who only seem to be with you to add a quote-unquote human element when Booker's just a dumbass who doesn't even give a shit.
AD, what could this mean? Also, my leg just kind of appeared right there and phased out of existence.
Gotta love Source.
Just gotta strike a kung fu pose, get ready for whatever may come, you know? You gotta be ready in these scenarios.
I don't actually know what I'm doing here right now.
We're all about to find out, though.
I think I'm looking for cards.
What actually is
Probably
the first,
not the best idea to look for cards when you're trying to do a Let's Play or something, or a commentary thing.
I'm interested. This contextualizes everything. But, genuinely speaking, what is the first kind of port of call? Like, the first thing that progresses the story along to do?
I think meeting up with the rest of the team.
Okay, so I got to the point just after I met all the officers. Basically, I'm not going to spoil what happens there, but you meet up with a team, and you know they start they're basically your handlers who are going to move the plot along. Insofar as what I got.
Also, I noticed that door had a lock, and I never actually bothered to try and use it, but I did like a zoom in on it, and that makes me wonder if you could lock the zombies in there.
I don't think it would do much good.
Oh, from my recollection, unless I'm remembering wrong, you could go here a lot later if you went to the right places.
Really?
Really?
I'm not sure. I might be remembering out of order. Like, couldn't you meet with the team first and then come here, or do you have to go through here to meet the team?
I think you have to go through here to meet the team.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry. I'm remembering wrong.
Well, I mean, it's easy to assume that. I mean, after all, this game has a sort of Metroidvania structure to it, but, I mean...
I do remember I did spend an awful lot of time the first time here wandering around that cell area, just gathering goods and beating zombies to death. I have an inordinate amount of fun beating up zombies in Source games.
So yeah, this guy has essentially the sword from Final Fantasy VII.
No, I'd compare it more to Pyramid Head.
Looks like a giant fucking carving knife for a kebab shop.
Actually, I'm pretty sure like half of his model, except for his head, is a pyramid head.
He represents Jake's missing dead life. I haven't played Silent Hill 2.
I spent so much time when I first did this, I had no clue what to do.
I was under the false assumption that I had to get him downstairs and kick him into the grinder.
Well,
I don't know where my brain concocted such a stupid plan.
But still, you know, here it would be more our faults because, like, it's blatantly obvious those sort of construction-colored things, the weak beams.
They're even
like,
colored
they're
differently to accentuate.
When I first did that, I was ashamed that I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I just kind of sighed to myself and thought, okay, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah. I like games that don't hold your hand like that, though.
Well, this encounter would have been a lot more terrible if it actually told him to, like, hey, go make the guy hit the barriers.
There's a pause and warning sirens, and hey, butchers are weak to grinding.
Press X to not die.
Then press square to kick him into the grinder and watch this cool cinematic.
That actually reminds me, remember the guy that made War of the Cerberus, like that Gary's Mod Machinima?
That was years ago, man. Shit.
He is the cinematic director of that one movie that has all... Not movie,
BioWare.
What was it? The game that has like the quick time events and the gladiators. I don't know what that is. Rise.
Rise.
Oh, Rise.
Yeah, he's the cinematic director for that.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh man, he must have had his hands full with that one. It's all fucking cinematic, isn't it?
I think so. So I'm pretty sure he got a lot of money for that.
Right. If you want to know what Rise Son of Rome is, go to, if you don't already, go to YouTube and type Rise Son of Bone and then thank me. I'll be waiting.
Also, I just want to run him.
Oh, that's why I love Source AI. It's so easy to fuck with. You can fake out everybody. Oh, they can they smack down doors in this? Oh, they don't even need to smack them. They just kind of will.
You know,
them.
it kind of makes me question the intelligence of the enemies because, like, they seem to knock out switches. Like that guy pulled a switch off to use it as a weapon, and Igor laughs at you evilly, like I'm about to get this guy. Like, I just wonder what the extent of the infection is and why, like, most people are zombies, but, like, few guys are intelligent, at least to some small degree.
I'd just like to commend you, Lawley, for doing an LP of a horror game and then showing how utterly unterrifying the enemies are if you know how to handle them.